Do you have one of these glorious Japanese maples in your backyard or your front yard, and are you unsure how to take care of it? Well, today I want to show you one of the elements in caring for a Japanese maple, and that's how to prune it. It's not scary, it's not hard. I will apologize up front, however, I am on a very busy road in my daughter's backyard, and so I apologize for all of the noise that's going on around me. So these are delicate looking trees, but they are really easy to care for. And so I thought it would be really fun to show you how to prune a Japanese maple. And so we are in the spring flush here in North Carolina, zone 7B. And so all of the leaves are coming out. And isn't this so pretty? Like, the leaves are just so bright and pretty. And so it's okay to prune right now. If you have any crossing branches, which are branches that look like this, and if you want to elevate it, which is what we're going to do today, or if you have any broken off branches. This tree is in really good shape, and we'll take a look at it. But for right now, I want to go ahead and get started pruning. I'm going to show you how. Okay, as I was saying, this is a Japanese maple, and as you can see, there are a lot of limbs that are coming from the very bottom, which today I'm going to go in and just take those out. They're unnecessary, and let's step back and take a look at it. You see how the tree is, there's limbs coming out all the way down to the bottom, so you can certainly come in and elevate your tree to make it more like with the trunk on the bottom and then the foliage of the leaves on the top, or you can keep it like this. For the sake of this video, I'm just going to go in and take out some of the undergrowth, and really the rest of the tree is in great shape. We'll talk through what cuts that we would take, but the habit of a Japanese maple is to sort of float in the air, kind of, you know, just beautifully basking, for lack of a better term. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get started with the pruning. The tools that I brought today are my loppers, my hand pruners, and then I found these little tiny pruners actually at the Dollar Tree. I don't think I'll use these, but I brought them just in case. Mainly I'll be using my hand pruners, maybe the loppers. I don't see any big branches that I'll take out, so probably not these. So having my hand pruners, you always want to sharpen them, take them apart, and make sure that you have nice sharp blades. And so now we're going to look at how you hold the pruner. As you can see, the pruners have grips or lumps on one side and then none on the other. So your palm goes here. This is just a natural place for your fingers to fit, and cut like that. Okay, when you are making a cut on anything, you want to make sure that you are staying parallel to the tree. So if I were to cut, well, that wasn't necessary, was it? Let's see, let me find a branch that I can go ahead and cut. We'll cut this one. So I'm holding my fingers the right way, and then I'm going to come in and I am going to hold the pruners parallel to the tree. And I'm going to prevent cutting in the branch collar, which, if you saw my crepe myrtle pruning video, that is the kind of the armpit of the tree branch. Sorry, this is a little weird of an angle. That's the armpit of the tree branch, and so you want to be very, very careful not to cut that, because that holds the healing properties for the tree. So when you make that cut, you want the tree to be able to heal itself and not damage that root collar. Okay, see, I'm holding it parallel, and I'm just gonna make that cut just like that at an angle. Can you see? Right, that's perfect. I wanted to give you a little bit better look at what the branch collar is, and here is a perfect example. Do you see where the crook of the branch, this is where the branch is coming from the main trunk of the tree, and this little area right here is called the branch collar. That, let me get it to zoom in, that is where all of the healing properties lie, and you don't want to damage that. So let's see, like on this bigger branch, here is the branch collar. You don't want to take your pruners and cut like this, you want to come away from it a little bit so that that still has the healing properties to be able to take and heal. Okay, do you see how I came away from the branch collar? This is the branch collar here. Here was my cut. You see I'm keeping it parallel to the tree. And see my angle and my cut. This I didn't do. I don't know. I guess that's old. But anyway, I wanted to just give you a little bit better explanation of what a root collar is. Here it is again. Okay, what I am doing now is I'm just going to come in here and cut away some of the suckers, which are these that are growing on the bottom. I'm going to hold my pruners the right way and not cut into the tree, but just prune it neatly. You can snip off the little ones a lot of times with your hands, but I'm just going to clean this up a little bit. See how that already looks a little bit nicer in the base? Just taking off the lower branches opens up the tree. The back side, I don't really want to take this one off. So I've shown you how to cut the bottom. Now you want to look for any crossing branches in the top and get rid of those. So I'm gonna look the tree over really good and remove any trees that are any branches that are crossing like this. You don't want them to rub on each other because it causes wounds on the trees and it allows for disease to get in. So I'm going to do an inspection of the tree right now just to see, and then I'm going to cut away any rubbing or crossing branches or any broken branches. So I'm going to do that right now. Now I have a nicely pruned Japanese maple. There are no rubbing branches, there are no crossing branches, and the bottom is elevated just a little bit and it looks really nice. So this is something that you can do throughout the growing season, even when the tree is not growing, when it's dormant in the wintertime. You can come in if you see a low-lying branch, or if you see one that is crossing and rubbing, go ahead and take your pruners and snip it. Don't leave it. And you know, just that's part of having a good tree care routine. Don't let trees be scary to you. If you don't know how to prune them, do some research and watch videos like this that will help you to understand it's all about making sure you have nice clean pruners, making sure you hold them properly, making sure you make a good cut. Remember, you're going to be parallel to the tree. Don't cut into the branch collar, and you want to just make sure that you are making cuts that you think through first. Don't just go in and chop, chop, chop. Just think them through. Make sure if you want to make a cut, step back and look at it. Make another cut, step back and look at it. That's the way that you will make sure that you do a great job. And if you have any questions, feel free to leave those in the comments below. I'm always happy to answer. And I hope this video has been helpful for you in showing you how to prune a Japanese maple. The weeping variety is much the same. You're just going to make sure that you don't have any crossing branches, and just going back and making sure you don't cut the branch collar. And I'll see if I can find one down the road and show you how more specifically. Sometimes it's a little easier to see rather than talk about. But anyway, I hope that this has been helpful for you, and I hope you get a chance to go get your hands dirty and use your pruners and prune a tree today. Take care, everybody. Have a great day.